Hey everybody, welcome back. So today we are doing the second stage of building our new garden bed area, and this is a no-dig sheet mulching style of putting in this new garden bed. So yes, last time we put down the cardboard, we put down the soil, and this time what I want to do is I want to put some nutrients into the soil before I plant into it. So we got a bunch of compost laid out here, okay, and so we're going to put the compost on. We're going to put some blood and bone into it. We're going to work that into the soil, and I think that should give us a good start for these crops that we're going to plant in there. All right, so let's get started. All right, so this soil that I have down here, I got from my local landscape supply company, and it seems to be pretty good stuff. I just don't know that it's got a ton of nutrition in it, and so I want to add something to give it some help. This is a cow manure and compost mix that I get from Lowe's. I don't think this is the greatest stuff either. It's pretty inexpensive. I think it's about $2 a bag or so, maybe even less than that. But it has worked for me in the past with other projects that I've done, and so it's kind of been my go-to because it is affordable, it is easy to get, and so there we go. So we're going to start with putting all these bags down on top. All right, so I think this is going to work out pretty good. I overestimated, I guess, how much compost I was going to need. I don't think I need anywhere near as much as what I bought, so that's good. Then we're going to put on some blood meal and some bone meal, and the blood meal should give us a whole bunch of nitrogen going into there right away, and then the bone meal is going to give us some phosphorus. So a couple of things to help any plants that I'm going to put in there to get kind of a jump start, hopefully. Let's get it done. So to work this compost, cow manure, blood meal, bone meal, work it all into that soil, we're going to use a little cultivator here. This is a manual one. It's from Corona, from Lowe's, for about $25 or so. So I've never used one of these before. Let's give it a try and see how it works. So this is pretty interesting. I don't know if you can make this out in the video or not, but see this right here, this right here, they look like two completely different products. Came out of the same kind of bags. One of them is a lot more brown. This one's a lot more black. I don't know if that's just more manure, more humus over here. This one's also drier. Doesn't have as much moisture to it. I guess that's what you get when you get the cheap stuff, right? Oh well. Okay, all the compost is down, the blood meal, the bone meal, everything is mixed in there. Actually turned out that I did need as much as I bought, so my estimate was right. Go figure. I don't know that I need to water it in, but I kind of feel like I should, so I'm going to water it in. And then the last thing will be to put down some mulch. We need some more cardboard around our edges to give us a border where the grasses are not going to grow up, and then we're going to mulch around that. We aren't going to mulch on top of the bed until after we have plants in there and sprouting, and so we'll get that part done now. All right, so you can see I got my cardboard all laid out, ready to put down around the border here and get mulched. I wanted to talk to you real quickly about this mulch. So if you're a beginning gardener, newbie like myself, then you know that mulch is kind of hard to figure out, like where do you get this stuff. Obviously you don't want to use the wood chips from the store. That's got a bunch of dyes in there to color them. Also, you don't want just straight wood chips. What you really like is a lot of green material in there as well. This is the best that I've been able to come up with. This is some shredded up trees from my local dump. And let me tell you, this stuff stinks, but it is free and the smell dissipates in a couple of days. So if you can get past it while you're working, or just let it sit while that dissipates, it works pretty good. It's got some sticks in there, some things that are not completely shredded down the way you'd want it to be. It, of course, may have some seeds in it from some trees that you don't want in there. It also may have some chemicals that are in there. And I find some unorganic stuff. I find rolls of metallic tape. I find pieces of wire. I mean, all kinds of stuff that you could find in there. But it is free. It does work. You just got to get past those kinds of things. Now, when I put it actually on top of the bed, I will sift it so that we're taking out all the big debris and only being left with the small stuff. That's what we would actually want on there. For the edges, as it is, will work just fine. With your cardboard, you want to make sure you take off any kind of tape, plastic tape, or any stickers, things like this right here. Peel them off of there because you don't want to eat those, so you don't want them going into the soil that's going to grow your food. I know that a lot of these have non-toxic inks that are used, made from soy or whatnot. Hang on, I'm getting bit by fire ants. Okay. Back to work. Yeah, peel these off of here. Also, you want to make sure, more overlap is better than less overlap. So overlap as much as you can for the amount of cardboard that you have, or the space that you need. But more overlap is better overlap. All right, let's get some mulch down. Okay, well, through the magic of video editing, we are done. Record time, right? So, anyways, the idea here is we got a border around that's going to stop the weeds and grasses from growing up into the bed. The bed's just a couple of feet wide, and so we should be able to get 2 rows in there, maybe 3 if we really squeeze things in. Yeah. And then once we have sprouts, we will mulch the top of it as well. So the next and final step, I guess, would be to put some seeds down. So we're not going to do that tonight, though. It's getting late. I will see you all later. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.